So we're up here on top of Colombo Twin Master, which they actually make the edible bean combines for Pickett. Kind of cool to see what they've changed. They put 3 gearboxes here instead of a big belt like ours has. So it's just 2 gearboxes there that run the rotors. Then they changed the transition auger on the heads here. Pretty cool machine here. So one thing they changed was they changed the chopper, so it's going to be a horizontal one instead of a vertical one. And these just raise up, kind of throws it outside. 3 belts to get down to it, but just a different design than our Pickett. So we're up here in the cab of an Apache sprayer. They've got an all aluminum boom here. It has a Cummins engine and it's actually a CVT transmission, I believe. So it's a shaft driven rear end. So it's only 2-wheel drive, but they can go up to like 40 miles an hour. A lot different from the Patriot at home. Nice joystick here. And you got foot control. Nice thing about aluminum booms is they're super light, so you don't have to worry about banging them against the ground or anything. It's got a 1250 gallon tank, so it's about the size of our Patriot, which has 1200 gallons. AS 250 Cummins engine in it. As you can see under here, it goes through a hydrostatic transmission down this drive shaft here, back to the rear axles where it goes down into drop boxes to turn the wheels. So different drivetrain than a typical hydrostatic sprayer. It's adjustable width as well, so the wheels can spread out and come in to adjust for your rows. So here's a JCB Fastrac. I know these are pretty popular in Europe. They go like 45 miles an hour. I know a lot of silage crews use them to haul silage back and forth between the fields, so for that job I bet they're pretty nice. So I'm up in the cab of a front mount sprayer here, but the thing is, it's not even a sprayer. Where are all the nozzles, right? So this thing is actually a Miller sprayer with a weed zapper system mounted onto it. So the booms have the metal rods that when it hits the weed, it zaps it and kills it. And it's kind of an interesting design here because they literally just use the booms and put the metal rods on it. So they unfold it and lower it down and can zap weeds. And it actually has its own engine that runs the generator to power the electric booms that zap the weeds. So it's got an engine and a huge generator where the tank would be. And then obviously the original engine on the sprayer to move it. So this is the second weed zapper I've seen today, so kind of a popular thing it's becoming. So we're up on top of a Vervaet beet harvester here. It's similar to the beet lifter we used to have. It was an Agerfac. It kind of had the same design, turbines going under, except this one's an 8-row. This one just has a different elevator on it and a different kind of head. But the cab is actually the same as the Agerfac. So we've got a Soil Warrior strip till here. If you don't know what a strip till is, it's a different kind of tillage where you're only doing the tillage in the strip that you're going to plant in the next spring. So the stuff between the rows is going to stay as residue, but this is just going to get worked up a little by the coulters. Probably the main advantage of strip tilling is there's 2 tanks. You can put your fertilizer in there and apply it while doing your tillage. So you're really doing 3 passes in 1. So yeah, then in the spring, you just plant right into those strips with your planter. So this is a 12-row 22-inch. So we could strip till something with this machine and our planter would line up good with it. It's lunchtime. So there's one machine I'm super familiar with. As you guys have seen my videos, that there are a bunch of those used on the silage crew. But Larson Farms used it for their black beans. You can use it for sugar beets. So if you don't know what an AMB crop chaser is, it basically is a dump cart that lifts up and then it's got chain conveyors in there to bring the product out. So obviously I'm pretty familiar with this harvester here since we have 2 of them. The self-propelleds use these shares to pull the beet out of the ground rather than angled wheels. So these vibrate and pluck the beet out of the ground. So pretty familiar with this head. So here we've got a Spudnik branded topper here. A little different design than the typical Artsway over there. It's got a solid top on it, and this one actually folds. We've got more gauge wheels up front, and they've also got a lifter over here. So Spudnik is primarily potatoes. They make potato harvesters and toppers, but they're kind of getting into the beet industry now as they release their Spudnik Scorpion lifter here. Kind of the same as the other lifters, except it's got a lot less travel from the scrub chain to the head up here. Usually it goes head, along throat, and then back to the scrub chain, so less movement of the beets, I guess. Kind of interesting design. So we're up here in a Holmer harvester. It's kind of similar to a ROPA, but they have a 12-row head instead of an 8-row. So this one's actually got the unloading elevator in towards the middle of the machine. The ROPA is towards the back. So still got a similar system. Goes grab rolls to a turbine, then up an elevator. They just have the conveyor in a different spot. So we're up here on top of the New Holland CR11, the same as the Case IH AF11. It's got a 775 horsepower that drives this big gearbox back here that has all the hydraulic pumps that you can access to. And up here we have the 560 bushel grain tank, so that's a huge grain tank. And this auger unloads at 6 bushels a second, I believe, so an impressive machine for sure. Well, we made it back just in time for it to be, feels like -40 out, so it's tropical. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed seeing what was at the Sugarbeet and Dry Bean Expo. I had a good time, a lot of cool equipment. So thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.